we're back! Though, before we get into the toy review, I have to address a few things. For one, my absence is insane, and I apologize for being away for over 9 months. But hey, we're back. And I actually believe this is the first video of 2025. If I'm mistaken, I will update it. So let's just get into this. So this is the Hiya Toys 1991 Hokkaido Battle version. I'm just gonna say it's peak. Like, I can't even... Look at this thing. Tell me it's not peak, and I will prove you wrong. I really love the art on the box. Just from all angles, it looks really good. I'm also giving you all a chance to look at it for yourselves. Now, I will say one thing about my figure. This is actually the old release without the replacement head, so I'll just put an image of the replacement head so you can see what it looks like. So you have to deal with catnip eyes for now. But enough about the box. Let's talk about the boy himself. Anyways, for your sanity, I'm calling this Heisei Godzilla. I am not calling it its full name because it is quite the mouthful. So the painting and sculpting on the Hiya Toys Heisei Godzilla is just immaculate. I can't complain. I really love the golden eyes. It really helped make his eyes pop out more than usual. Unlike a certain somebody. I think the sculpted detail, I honestly think it's one of, if not the most screen accurate things Hiya Toys has ever pumped out. Well, figures that I have in hand anyways. I don't have Shimo. I wish I did. One thing I love is that you can actually see each individual scale on his skin. That is actually something that Hiya Toys has done for a while. Matter of fact, this guy has the same details. Though I will say, Heisei's teeth are miles better. I know you can't see it on the camera, but they actually did sculpt the inside of his mouth. And you also may notice there's a hole in the back, and that's for the atomic breath version, for the heat ray version, which I don't have. Saltiness aside, let's get into the posability. So he's got a ball joint at the head and the neck, also one at the base of the neck. He can look up that far and down very far, which is quite the improvement from the brick. He can look side to side. He's got a ball joint at his shoulder. Move out. And the joint in there is actually a double ball joint. It can shift down and up, which allows his arm to fold out very well. He's got a bicep rotation, a double bend at the elbow, ball joint at the wrist, and one at the hand. And be careful, his claws are sharp. Like, especially Jesus, my nails are dirty. His claws are like cat claws, and they are stupid sharp. So be careful about that. Moving on, he has a ball joint at his waist, and make it an arcing back, and quite the crunch. So much better than, again, the brick. I know I'm railing on this guy, but this guy is quite the improvement over, again, the brick. Continuing on, after the insults, he's got a ball joint at his thigh, which you can fake a thigh swivel. He's got I'm still not sure about the mechanism of the knee, but it's a hinge joint and I believe a ball joint. Hinge joint, ball joint, which allows a pretty good bend in the knee. Calf swivel, insert calf swivel joke here from my real ones. And you got a ball joint at the foot. You can move up and down, and has a really good pivot. And we haven't talked about the best part yet. The tail! His tail is insane. From the base of his tail all the way to the tip, I've counted 24 segments. That is a huge improvement over 9 segments. I keep railing on this guy. I love you, but he did. With this crazy tail, you can get some amazingly curvy poses. So much better than, again, the brick. He's a corpse now, so I can't show him on camera. Otherwise, I get demonetized. I'm not even monetized. Why am I even joking about that? You can really make him do some insane poses. Poses that a certain brick can't even do. Though, this figure has one tiny nitpick. The tail. It likes to pop off too easily. Tug on it, it just falls apart. Try plugging it back in. Eventually, it'll just fall off. And I've had to be very careful with the tail tip because I am scared it will get lost because of how tiny it is. Speaking of tiny things, alternate hand pieces, which, well, on my copy, the holes for his ball joint in the hands are too tiny. So I just explain with the regular hands, which, sure, I'll get stabbed, but it's fine. At least these will actually, excuse you, at least these will actually click in. And they'll right with the world. Oh, an opposable tongue as well. Now, one last thing before we go to the size comparisons is I want to talk about his dorsal plates. Now, I know some people could complain about the brightness of his spines, about them being too white or something like that, but I don't mind it. I actually think it's really good. Though I do have one slight confusing moment, or confusion about the dorsal plates, is this one right here. It is taller than the others around it. Well, one's in the same row as it, which kind of makes you wonder. Was it assembled wrong? I don't know. Will you tell me? Size comparisons. Here's the Hammond Collection Pyroraptor, Concavenator, and Allosaurus. The NECA 1954 Godzilla, and the Hiya Toys 2019 Godzilla. And which do I think is the better figure? Take a wild guess. I do recommend this figure to anyone who wants a Hiya Toys Godzilla. Things to appraise are posability, stand back up, painting and sculpting. And things to look out for negatives, you know where I'm going with this. If I were to rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate him as a 10 in a heartbeat, regardless of complaints. Anyways, that'll be all for this episode, and I apologize for the absence. And as for the future, I'll just say you should be expecting one little thing.